Hello, Salon people. My name is Naisata Sangare Jalo. Today na March 17th, 2020. I come for come ask una waiting at the lesson they would not learn from this coronavirus where they go around. But before I get to my message, I get a brief story for tell una. About a couple of years ago, a friend of mine invited me to in Pekin a meeting where they get for an school because in Pekin not be they do too well. At that meeting, they Pekin in teachers them from all the disciplines they be did it, as well as the counselor, as well as a psychologist. Everybody be there at the meeting. When I left, what struck my mind was, the length and breadth and width at which, the people in the Western world they go for make sure say them Pekin and succeed in a school and do very well. And I get for realize for say, okay, these people then they plan 100 years ahead of time. They realize for say them picking the year so now they get for can replace the way they don't die and go. And for make them continue, for make the nation great, they make sure say no picking off for left behind, then for succeed in school because now they get for can replace them. That's not the lesson we I learned from that meeting. The way to make disaster can meet them. Then they try for be proactive, instead of being reactive to situations. Then that's now been my takeaway. Make we hold on our thoughts there a bit. The other thing also when me don't realize from this brief time when me then at the Western world is, then people there so whatever they study, whatever experiments that was done, and then they come up with an answer. Then they make sure they document them. And once then they go on document, they make sure say they try for follow now practice them. A long time ago, a guy where they call Abraham Maslow, he came up in a psychologist. He come up with human hierarchy of needs. And they try for tell we what a mortal man go want first, whose needs them need for be met first before other needs them. We go motivate them for let it go a step higher and higher and higher. And one of the things them where he put everything into a pyramid. Yeah? And in that pyramid, it begin for show human them needs them. It say physiological needs them get for be met first before we talk about, a need for self-esteem or a need for self-actualization. It say their physiological needs them, like water, food, shelter, is very important. Now, number one priority them for any human being before it begin for think about, living life to its fullest potential. Okay, so my message now to we leaders them like the country, we past, we present leaders them, and we future leaders them. Now we don't can get a sick what they call COVID-19. And one of the precautionary measures then for this sickness now follow the was we are. Not to follow the was we are 1 day per day in the day, or 2 times per day, or 3 times per day. No. Every minute, every second, where we feel say maybe we don't touch some germs or don't come in contact with people them we get for the was we are. We don't think about, say, we get water problem. We people may not see water with them for drink, let alone water with them get for the wash the hand with every minute, every second, every hour. That's not the problem where me get with we leaders them. When they not they prioritize things them, such as water, when are the basics of life, where any human being forget a right to, we leaders they know they give you something as simple as water. And now we don't can get a problem. This sickness we then say we for what we are all the time. Also we people them be able for see the water where then they drink, let alone the water where then would use for wash the handle. So this tell we say me own lesson when me learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. We country for prioritize water. Water na life. before them begin for make the manifestos them and begin for give we all the promises them where they get for we. They want to turn Sierra Leone into paradise. They want to turn Sierra Leone into Dubai. They need for the ask Salon people them waiting we want. And me, one of the Sierra Leonean people there, me feel say water na the biggest priority. We need water more than anything else. More than before them begin for say they want to turn Sierra Leone into a paradise. Water, water, water. This sickness we don't come meet we. Require we for the wash we hand every moment, every second, every hour. We need water. So I hope say we leaders them, both present and future leaders them, go realize for say water na priority. So if una believe in this for say water na life, water na priority, because we need water for brook, we need water for cook, we need water for every aspect of our life. I want to make Sierra Leoneans, they make them join me with for tell we present government for say water na number one priority we want. And at the 2023 election where they come, water for them at the top of the agenda. Only the person we get for can give we water, now we go push for let it go sit down and sit there. Because it's very important. We are surrounded by water, but we're not able for drink a sip of it. We dey swim inside water, but yet too thirsty. Heavy rains then they come. The whole place, the flood. But yet, make dry season come. Water, a heart for let you go get even a drop for let you go quench your thirst. Water na priority. That's not the lesson where me don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. That we leaders then for prioritize water. If you're not able to give we water, then that means say you cannot be a leader. If you're not able to give we water, that means for say you not understand the basic necessity of life. If you're not able to give we water, that's the tell we for say, you get everything, mixed up. Get your priorities them straight. Water not a thing where we they negotiate. Water na a necessity of life, so we leaders then for make sure say them put down there at the top of the agenda. They're not going to bring all these promises then to we, without they not ask we Sierra Leoneans then waiting we want. Water, 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 if they at the top of we on our agenda. More than anything else. Than one thing when we don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on that Sierra Leoneans, they're all over the world. Home and abroad, no matter whose party we wanna belong to, we get for push, we leaders them, for make they ensure for say water become a priority. Number two thing, when me the hope say Sierra Leoneans, they don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. Now for make we not depend on others. Thing. Right now where China, they get big problem. We all they pray the best for China and all the other countries there where don't be affected by this COVID-19. Una know for say rest na China they come out. Every single thing where you think but where we get na Sierra Leone na from China na they come out. If you not come out China, it go come out from other places them. So that means for say we country they come to a standstill where China or overseas get problem. So the lesson when me learn from this COVID-19 where they go on is that we not for depend on other countries there for we survival for everything where we they do, including the food where we eat. At this moment, if we get sense, this not the table for prioritize again agriculture. Then say, make you teach somebody for make a fish for himself, not the fish all the time they can't give. So waiting that they mean, may we not sit down, relax, we wait for like China, always they come and they can't give we. Abroad, people then at the Western world, they can and they can't give we. That dependency, it get for stop. Because that means for say, if any albalau, any problem, meets them people there, so that means say we only don't. That is waiting me don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. We people there, we get for tie, we order, and make sure say we prioritize agriculture. That will not depend on other people them. Probably waiting we need for ban Nana country, the world can help me, China can help me. Oh yes, Europe can help me, America can help me. Well now, all them countries they are so they have got their own problem within the face before they help Salon. Now then your own people there first, then get for help. So mean that the two things them this way me don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. That's water we get for day behind we leaders them. If they're not able for give we water, then they're not fit for lead we. That mean for say all the PhD them where they don't go get now for learn how for thief we country in money, but they're not able for put them book learning where they don't learn for make them give we basic necessity of life such as water. Nothing else. The problem then too plenty in Sierra Leone. We not expect one government for can take care of everything. But this water, it's a necessity. And una for ask we the Salon people the way we want. And me want me Sierra Leoneans them all over. May them join me and make we push with government for say water na number one priority. That is what we Sierra Leoneans that we want. That's now waiting me don't learn from this COVID-19 where they go on. I hope say this they go meet with president. I hope say go meet the one that where they aspire for be president inside 2023. I hope say this you go meet every political parties them. May they know for saying they know they can and can give we vague promises them. Promises they when they not get for crypto. They can't tell we say then they turn Sierra Leone into paradise where water they're not able for give we basic water. May 2023 election. Make it depend on the one where they can give water in the country. Water not just even some part of the nation, but if for they all over the nation. So me na bring to una today. Now they left with una today. If we get sense, we for prioritize water. If we get sense, we for make sure say we not depend on people and not dependency on others them, on other countries them for we survival. I think say that they for cut off. We for ban now what they can help me, come help me, can help me. How will they help our country? Now for begin for be with new language, with new talk na Sierra Leone.